Ladies and gentlemen, boys and squirrels, welcome to Gym Talk. My name is Cameron. I have here
Dr. Shayan Safar, physical therapist
and stuntman.
That's true.
Pro.
That's true.
You were in the Grammys, weren't you?
I was. Yeah,
Dang, she threw you.
She threw my ass in the sky.
Threw
She choked me too.
It was crazy.
She was very sweet about it. But,
Okay, good.
But she did throw me in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy because, like, you're a built dude. You know, it's like, you flew.
I mean, I don't think if people are looking at this right now, they're thinking I'm a built dude when I'm standing next to you.
Listen, dude, it's the before and after, man. Like, we're getting there. We're on our way.
Whatever product that is, I want it. All right?
Yeah.
If it's yours, I'm in.
It's just
sign me up.
Training by me.
There you go.
That's what it is. And then rehab by you.
There you go.
That's it, man.
I hope they don't need me, but I'm there for you.
I usually just send people to you so I can stop hearing them complaining about their pain problems. So it kills me. I'm just like, dude, you need to see my guy. We're just gonna keep training and we're gonna go from there.
I appreciate it.
Anyway, rant over. We are here to talk about relevant topics related to the fitness industry. Today, we're going to take a look at a coaching cue that someone says may be the shittiest coaching cue of all time.
That's a bold claim.
It is a bold claim. We're gonna be the judges of that.
Sweet.
Let's go ahead and take a look at this
jury,
video.
and the executioner.
Exactly.
Right? That's how it works?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a physical therapist.
So keeping your core tight may be the shittiest cue in the history of coaching cues.
Dang. So I know this guy. He's I don't know him personally. I'm not that lucky.
Yeah.
I'm not a big deal like that. But
is he a big deal?
I don't know, but he's making a pretty intense claim. So I'm assuming he is, right? And he's doing a pretty impressive Zercher squat.
315 for reps
That's pretty gangster.
That is gangster.
Yeah.
Props to that dude.
Yeah. I've also seen his other videos. He's got great mobility and he trains jiu-jitsu, which I know I'm a big jiu-jitsu fan.
You're a big fan of it.
I'm a big
fan. I used to be, but now I'm married to the iron right now.
You're married to the iron. You're also a beast. So
I'll get back there eventually.
For those of you that don't know, I am a jiu-jitsu black belt, but Cameron and I both trained together. I think I was a blue belt at the time. And
it was a long-ass time ago.
You came one time, right? And you had a white belt on. You had like mismatching gi, and the white belt wasn't even tied right. So I was like, I'm going to smash this dude, right? It was not that. I don't remember getting smashed, but I just remember being like, fuck, he's good.
I put up a good fight.
You did. I don't remember the details of what happened.
I do, but it's okay.
Do you live it? Do you rewind it every day?
Oh, yeah. I remember.
What happened?
That was my thug life, bro.
What happened?
Life, family.
No. What happened between us?
What happened? I put it on you, bro.
Yeah. But do you remember if you? I don't remember.
I don't think I submitted you, but I put it on you. We had a really good exchange.
I believe
it was fun.
Yeah, I was like a cocky blue belt. Like,
I remember.
This guy thinks he's got muscles, but I've blue on my belt.
I was a lot smaller back then too. I was like 180 pounds, bro.
So I think you should just stay where you are and I'll stay where I am.
It was fun. It was fun. I will get back there eventually, but
no, it's okay. You really don't need to. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's better for my ego.
I want to get there. I want to get there. Sometimes I get the itch, bro, and I'm like,
it's a great sport.
But I really want to finish this thing.
Anyway, so yeah, he's a
keeping your core tight.
What do you think?
So, for people who don't understand how to engage their midsection, I can understand why that's a shitty cue. Like, if you don't know how to brace properly, if you haven't really spent time activating your midsection, I can get why, hey, keep your core tight is not the best of cues. Now, when I take people through a training program or whatever, and they're getting started with me, we usually start with core activation. So I'm going to teach them how to tighten up the core, how to brace, and then I tell them, okay, when we get into the lifts, this is how, remember what we did over here? I want you to do that when we're doing the squat, when we're doing a deadlift, or whatever that may be. So that's where I'll get into it. But for somebody who doesn't understand that, I can get why that's a shitty cue.
Yeah, I mean, look, you always got to measure your cue based on whether the person is capable of receiving that information and whether it's helping them. You can't just stop there.
Yeah.
Right? Like, keep your core stiff and move. Any cue that you blindly give somebody is stupid. I'm not sure exactly where his anti-core stiffness cue came from. I have scrolled through some of his other videos, and I know he's really into not being afraid of letting your back bend forward, rounding your spine.
Okay.
Right. I understand why. There's a lot of there's too much stuff on social media. There's too much shenanigans, and you don't want people to be scared of moving. Because if I bend forward to tie my shoes, it's fine, right?
Yeah.
However, if somebody has a disc herniation and they bend forward with a lot of load on their back, It's probably going to irritate him.
It's going to be a problem.
It's maybe, not 100%, right? He said maybe the shittiest cue, so he saved himself there, right?
We're going into the details of this one.
Man.
It may be the shittiest cue
all the time. It may be the worst thing you could ever do.
I saw that, and I read it as like, this is a shitty cue.
Yeah, I think he just put that little insurance policy.
Got it.
But that's fine. Look, the world is not black and white.
Clever dog.
The world's not. He's a smart dude. I've seen his Instagram. He's a smart dude. I understand why you should not be scared to bend forward. Of course, life happens. Lumbar flexion is also a normal thing. But from the prolific researchers in the field, Stuart McGill and many others, the current belief is that loaded lumbar flexion over a period of time is more likely detrimental than good. Right?
Okay.
There's that. The other aspect is, we've talked about this before, the more stability you have, the easier it is to generate force, right? You lifting 300 pounds on your back is a lot easier when the ground is stable under you than if you were standing on a
Bosu ball.
On a Bosu ball, right? It's harder. It's objectively harder because now your force isn't going back up into the bar. It's going into the Bosu ball going up and sideways.
Yeah.
Right? So the idea of keeping your core stiff allows you to generate more force if you're doing it right. Like you said, it might be the shitty cue if somebody isn't understanding it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's where it's appropriate for you as the coach to step in, teach them the importance of that cue, what that cue means, and then it's appropriate to use it.
Totally.
But I don't think it's a cue that you just want to do away with completely.
Yeah. So would you give this a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Would you post that on your?
No.
Okay. Why not?
No. Because I think there is utility in telling them to keep their core tight. It's probably my most frequently used cue, right?
Dude, it might be the shittiest one right now, though.
It might be. You've taught me the importance of keeping your midsection braced and how to do that. And so I know that there's a lot of benefit to doing that. And so I'm going to make sure. And plus, when people are under stress and they're working hard, they may forget, and so it's a friendly little reminder.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use it. There are other shitty cues, like there are cues where people just like, you're just throwing things out there just to sound smart, right? Like,
what is it? Do you have one off the top of your head?
Like, oh yeah, we're gonna work your serratus anterior right now, or like trainers will do this all the time where they try to.
Go on.
Yeah, I know,
dude.
Like it's crazy, it's crazy. Or they talk about certain muscles that people just don't understand. Trainers will do this. They'll talk about whatever muscle it may be
that they saw on Instagram that day.
It's like, where your biceps are, what your biceps brachii.
You mean like you're using jargon to get credibility.
Exactly.
I don't know what that's like.
Like, you need to do it sometimes, but like when trainers do it, bro, it kills me. Yeah, it kills me. I'm like, they don't care, right? Is it gonna make them look better?
Yeah.
Are they gonna look better naked? Yes. Okay. Do we really need to do this right now? Like, is it? Yeah. Anyway, I can go on and rant on that all day long. But yeah, thumbs up for keeping your core tight.
Dude, every cue, when I do my sessions, if I deem the root cause of something is poor glute activation, poor abdominal control, maybe a mobility restriction, and I'm teaching the person how to work through or exercise or do whatever it is that they need for that thing, I don't have one cue that I stop and die on.
Yeah.
Right? Like if I say, hey, keep your core stiff, and then they arch their back and they're using their QL to lock down on their hip flexors, and that's not what I'm going for, I'm not going to, no, keep your core stiff and keep going. Like, all right, hey, let's try something else. I think the danger is if you're stuck with one cue. Like if his point is that if you only say keep your core stiff, then that's a bad idea.
Was that his point though?
I don't know. Because he said maybe, and I hope he just,
That maybe really got you.
I'm not sleeping tonight because of that maybe.
Oh, man. Yeah. I'll tell you what, dude. I've used bend and snap as a cue for the deadlift.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, what movie is it from? Do you know?
Honestly, is it Mean Girls?
It's Legally Blonde.
Okay, so I haven't seen Mean Girls or Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
And so
I have a daughter.
And
a wife.
How old's your daughter?
She's 7.
When did those movies come out?
A long time ago.
When did you watch those movies?
I don't know. Plead the fifth.
Do you want to end it before we
plead the fifth? We don't need to go any further than that. But it worked. Okay, that cue worked.
The cue bend and snap.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
it did.
There's also, I'll say one more thing. There's external cues and there's internal cues.
Yeah.
Internal cues, squeeze your core. activate your glutes. External cues, reach for the wall. There's a goal outside of your body that you're trying to go for. In general, when people are, let's call them less coordinated with their body. I don't know why I said let's call them, like that was a really offensive thing. But let's say they're less coordinated with their body. They're not in touch, or they've been moving a certain way for so long, it's really hard to reprogram them in a different way. When you give them internal cues, they might really struggle with it. Keeping your core stiff is an internal cue, right? It means you go into your body and you understand what this is, right?
Yep.
So you might tell somebody, hey, I want you to cough. And when they cough, they flex their abs. And then you say, can you pretend you're coughing, right? That might still borderline internal.
Yeah.
Sometimes with my fighters, what I'll do is, hey, I'm going to tap you in the stomach as if like we're sparring and I'm hitting you. And I want you to defend from my very soft punch. And they'll stiffen their cue and go like their core like that. So that's more an external thing. So generally what I try to do if somebody's, I almost always start with an internal cue to see, hey, do they get it? Hey, keep your core stiff. If they get it, it kind of tells me also what they know about how to move their body. And if they can't, I might put my hand under their back if they're laying on their back and say, smash my hand. And then when they do that, they posteriorly pelvic tilt and they usually flex their abs.
Yeah.
Right? So it's something to say is like, as a good trainer, as a good physical therapist, you should have a wide array of cues, internal, external. Ideally, you're speaking the language of your client too, right? Because I love to know what my clients do for a living, their hobbies, because sometimes I find a good metaphor that can help relay that information. Because information is power, but you need to receive that information.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you're jacked. So if I just tell you get bigger, you usually activate everything and it works. Yeah.
I'm trying really hard.
It's not working for me.
Yeah, dude. The wife said that I can't go back to silverback cam, so those are the good old days.
I don't believe you.
230. It's great.
I don't believe
great.
you.
I'm so strong.
Me too, man. Me too. So huge.
Yeah.
So
You're getting there though.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
Women and children and a lot of men are scared of me.
I get it. It's pretty intimidating.
I get
You're
scared
a very
of me
intimidating
sometimes
guy.
too. I reek intimidation.
Yeah.
It's the full beard.
Anyway,
And
thumbs up on core tight.
I like the cue. I don't know if I like him. I love his Instagram. I'm not a fan of this video.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of this video. I think it's creating some fear.
All right.
Yeah.
We don't want to scare people.
We don't. And I think that's what he was actually trying to do, but ironically scared people with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But he's a good guy. I don't know him in person, but I like his stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody, if you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section below. We want to know, what do you think about keeping your core tight? Is it a good cue? Should we do away with it? Or, can we use it?
My core is tight right now.
Oh, God, brace it. Anyway, stay tuned for the next video.